Hello, Stephanie Zima, My Way of Life Coaching. And today I want to talk to you. If you are a network marketer, are you afraid to post? Post about your business, post about your life, showing up on social media, whether or not you are trying to build on Facebook, whether or not you're trying to build on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, wherever you are. If you are not posting, you are not in business. Let me tell you for sure, you are not in business. And that means you can be the very, very best pizza maker, right? You have the most delicious pizza ever. And you're tucked away somewhere in the corner of the alley and no one even knows that you exist. So if you don't spread the news to everybody, if you don't tell everybody that you are there, no one even comes in to try your pizza, right? Does that make sense? No one is going to come in and try your pizza. And that is where the problem is for so many. You are trapped in this situation that you are afraid of visibility, meaning people get to know you and people know where you are, what you are all about, what kind of pizza you are making. You are afraid of being seen, so to speak. But then at the same time, if no one sees you, you can't sell what you're selling. That's just what it is. You cannot sell what you're selling. So marketing, right? We chase these trends. We go and look at all these marketing tips and stuff. And we have all these hacks that we are trying to do, and we are doing the reels. And I remember the time in my network marketing business where reels first started getting really popular, and everyone was chasing the trends and the filters and the da 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 da. And now then we had all the AI situation. And you know what I found was that so many entrepreneurs that I was working with missed the mark because they were busy learning these new trends and then hiding, but never actually producing content. See, learning is one way, but actually producing the content, that is what gets you seen. That is what puts you out there. That is what makes it happen. And it's very scary because here's what I know. Okay. I've done this, I've learned all these things, and then I posted and posted and posted and posted. And what happened was, because I'm a doer actually, but what happened actually was that there was a lot of feelings that came with no one liking, no one um, engaging, no one following. And these emotions, that is what I ended up specializing my coaching on, because I learned that when you are showing up or you're trying to show up, but you don't get the feedback back right away, there's a bunch of stuff that you need to work through so you can continue to grow through the challenges. It will take time to build the right audience. See, and this is, I feel like, what a lot of people are not recognizing. When you are network marketing, you start and you are so excited and you go through your warm market. Your warm market is your friends and family, the people that know you. They give you the pity purchase. They're buying the products from you. They're all excited and they say, hey, I'm going to support you for 2, 3 months. And then after 2, 3 months, they say, yeah, that's enough. We are done now. And now you need to go find somebody else. And so now you are in this position that you need to go into the cold market, meaning outside of your friends and family, and you got to find people. So the first obstacle for many is, I don't find people. I don't know how I'm going to get people. And then the second obstacle is that you now try to find people, but you're afraid to post. Am I hitting the mark here? Please let me know in the comments if that is you, because I know I'm not alone. I know I wasn't alone when I'd gone through this, and I know that you are there. So finding the people is um is the first step, the first hurdle. But that's like, where are we getting people? We want to attract them, right? We want to attract people to us because we also don't have the time to be chasing everybody. So yeah, you need to kind of post something to attract people to you, to your business, to let a lot of people know I'm here and I'm open for business, right? That is what we want to do. That's why we want to post something on social media. And the benefit from social media is that you make one piece of content and many can see it. But now it's the problem with the second hurdle. The second hurdle is like, I'm afraid to make anything because now your imposter syndrome is coming in. Your imposter says, hey, wait a minute, who are you to say these things? Who are you to post anything? How do you even know this is working? And by the way, what are other people going to say about us? They are going to think we are in a pyramid scheme. They are going to think and out of the sudden, we have all these people, like you have to imagine your brain, and then there's you, right? Your brain and your heart and your gut are connected. So there's you, and then out of the sudden, like imagine yourself sitting on the couch. I think this is the best analogy. So imagine yourself sitting on the couch, just you, happy with your products. You are there, feeling good about what you're doing. But now you're supposed to post something. And when you're posting, now you're inviting the in-laws onto the couch and, the neighbors onto the couch, and everybody is sitting here next to you. And here you are saying, here I am, this is what I like. And out of the sudden, everyone has an opinion. Am I right? That is what it's like. That is what it feels like. And you are alone, sitting on the couch, having to advise everybody as to why you are going to do that. And I'm giving you another example real quick out of my private life. I've just made the decision of getting a beige couch. And I decided that I wanted those 2 beige couches in a certain way. And I ordered them. And I'm so excited for them, right? I'm so excited for the beige couches. And of course, everyone in my family, my kids, everybody was like, oh, you have black dogs and the hair is going to drive you crazy. And that is it. And you shouldn't be doing that. And why are we doing this? And this is not all the opinions. But deep down in my heart, I had already made a decision. And I've always wanted white couches. I've always wanted like a certain look, right? I'm like more of this hobo kind of girl. Like I like nature, I like natural, I like healing, I like all these things that make me feel good. And so I've always had a vision of wanting to have a light couch. And yes, I know my kids are a little bit older now, so I feel like they are going to be okay with not eating on that couch. And then we have, of course, another couch where they can eat and stuff. But my sitting room, I want a certain way. Now, saying that, everybody was, of course, against that white couch because I also have 2 black dogs. Now, I said, I'm going to vacuum every day anyway. That's what we do every day anyway. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And I stuck to my gut. I stuck to my desire. I stuck to my wishes. And years back, that is not what would have happened. Years back, I would have said, yeah, you're right. And then I would have settled on something else, something that I didn't really want, something that didn't really. And who knows? I am open. Maybe they are going to be right. And I regret that decision. And then it's still my decision to have regretted because it was my money that I spent, right? So here is the thing. This reason why I'm saying that is you need to get to that spot where you feel okay saying what you're saying, meaning what you mean, believing what you believe, doing what you're doing without consideration of what everybody else says. The way how I go about things is I always consult myself first. I think first, what do I really want now? And that's not always been like that, but that's how it is now. What do I want? What do I feel like? And then I go around and say, okay, I'm hearing everybody else's opinions. What does everybody else think? Because I use that as feedback. I use that as guidance. I hear that, I consider that, and then I make my decision, right? That is the point that you need to get to with your business. When you are posting something, when you are having a very clear mission, like you know what your products are doing, you know what you are feeling like, and then what is your mission? What is it that you are wanting to do? Why are you doing what you're doing? What is it really? How aligned is that with you? Because then when you are offering it to people, not only are you able to see these people will benefit from me exposing them to this mission, and these people are not going to benefit. So you're already sorting who you're going to talk to and who you're not going to talk to. But then at the same time, when you handle these conversations, when they come back to you and say, hey, wait a minute, I don't really think that's good, or I don't really like it, or any of those things, you are going to know because you're measuring that feedback, just like the in-laws on your white couch, right? You are measuring that feedback against what's true and what you know at your core to be true. So when you are at that point, your feedback is not going to crush you anymore. See, that is the point that I want everybody to get to. So when you are posting, you're going to post about what you like. Like I said, your pizza, your amazingness, your the benefits of that healthy gluten-free pizza that you're selling in that store, or your taste in couches, or why you think you want white couch, or like green this and that, or whatever it is that you're wanting, right? You post about that because you know inside your core that that is what it is. And then when the feedback comes, you sort it by yes, no, maybe, yeah, no, right? And then you feel good about it. So that is what I want for you guys. I want you to get so secure in knowing who you are, what you like, what you don't like, what you stand for, why you're doing the certain things that you're doing, why you're selling these things. If you have insecurities about pyramid schemes, if you have insecurities about network marketing, you got to handle that for yourself first, because there will always be somebody with an opinion. And the way how I handled rejection is I made sure that I have conversations and ask enough qualifying questions beforehand, before I ask somebody, so that when I get a negative feedback back, which is barely any time, because most of the time I already sort everybody out before I even ask. But then when I ask and I get somebody back that is like, not really nice, and that happens from time to time, but if I have that, then I'm okay with myself, because I already know that I've done all the things to offer enough free content, to offer like I have enough that I can say I deserve the ask. And if you say no, you deserve to say no. That's okay. Everybody can do whatever they want to do, but I'm okay asking. And that decision is what you need to get to. And if you're still afraid of posting and creating content, you need to work through why you are afraid, why you are not wanting to do this, why you are like, that is where you need to start. You don't need more trends or hacks or AI or this and this. It's not what, it's why you're afraid. What is behind it? You got to dig a little bit deeper in order to be able to market. And friends, I'm sorry, but this is your first step of your foundation. You have to do this. You've got to heal what is broken, what is holding you back. You got to heal that, and then you got to connect with who do you really want to do. And this is my trademarked framework. You got to then connect with who you are, what your mission is, and what you want to do, and how you want to do these things. You got to develop your brand so that you can market. Okay. And then how to do certain things, how to market, that is the third step. But many are trying to do the third step first. It's kind of like bridling your horse from the backside. It doesn't work. Okay. You need to be able to grow into the person that shows up regularly, and then you add the extra hacks and the tools and the editing and all that stuff. But it won't help you if you're not getting into action. So I hope this was beneficial. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments, message me privately, because I do know sometimes when we deal with these kind of urgent and deep content questions, like deep emotions and stuff, people are not necessarily comfortable talking about it out loud in comments. Some people are, but some people are not. So if you are not, or if you're more introverted, feel free to message me privately. I'm here to answer any of those questions. All right, I'll talk to you later.